Dude, if we won game one, this would be such a different series if we didn't end.
Palafox going to have to try to jump back.
Ooh, good shit.
I don't think he would have killed him because Palafox
Wait, what is his character, Chet? Is this Annie? Who is this?
Extending this advantage.
No, this isn't Annie. Who is this?
Back to base pretty soon with his mana, though.
Is this Annie?
Palafox going to want to have
Aurora. That's it. Aurora.
Reminds me
I don't really know Aurora too well.
LeBlanc into Ziggs, where there's a pick the other
How is
guy
he
has a
plat?
preference
Because it's a
for.
really easy
You
rank
leave
to
it
get,
up and
genuinely.
You're ready with your counter pick, so he needs to perform to not only win this
And
game,
my
but also
Amumu's so good.
Shopify
I'm
season.
diamond level, to be honest. You don't have to know shit about the game. Knowing stuff about the game's for nerds.
Winning out in the trades, but just out of mana. The Fleet Footwork doing its work here, being able to sustain up enough. And of course, you are resourceless on the Yone, so going to be able to keep this push going. Palafox, though, going to be
Bloods and Mumu's cracked. I know, bro. Here, I'm like a gamer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just what I do is I fucking crush with the Mumu. I'm not like a nerd of the game. Like some of you guys are nerds of the games. You know way more than me. But like I just frag out. I'm like Tyler 1. You guys are like what's his name?
I think they have done a really good job playing around this lane. But as you already pointed out,
that's you.
This was Loki's game.
I am Tyler 1. I game. I ball out.
So shutting him down is going to be key.
Seos in trouble, going to have to flash the tether there. Had he been rooted up, he would have definitely gone down. Blabber elected not to flash for the Twisted Advance there, just happy to take the Summoner spell.
Isn't Tyler 1 nerd of this game?
Contracts here as well.
I guess, yeah, eventually you get good enough that you're all nerds.
They're going to try to pillar him in.
Okay, good pillar.
Going to try to proc the phase
good pillar on okay, we got a flash off Blabber. We're happy with that. Maybe we just go drag here straight up.
So active, but hasn't really been farming. So he's a level 4 Trundle. 6 minutes into the game, doesn't have jungle camps either, and they're going to forego starting this Drake because the mid wave is there. They really need to make sure Loki doesn't get out of hand like he did last game.
And Loki's kind of rotating down, getting clear out this ward after pushing.
I love Fudge on the Rumble.
And yeah, I think Palafox, again, having the Yone locked in, being like, okay, I have this Aurora
Maokai
counter,
is at.
Definitely shades of that Ziggs LeBlanc matchup. And then going forward, we'll see how important it is for them to keep this Yone down as...
Blabber has no flash. He's going to get pillared in. The Equalizer doing some work. In comes Galio to try to bail him out, but Fudge is there to cook him up. That tree's going to get burned down. They get the Galio ultimate too. They are going to be so happy with that.
And the kill going over to Fudge is just the gravy on top. Contracts so active, so effective in this game 3.
Dude, it's funny. Nowadays, people don't say muted. They just say, haha, good one, and then I know I'm muted.
For next split. Join us in Dallas this September to watch the first ever LTA Championship. Visit Ticketmaster to get yours now. Those live events are a lot of fun. Definitely don't want to miss out on this one. Last time we went to Texas was the Danny Pentakill. Might have another moment like that.
Well, I remember the Danny Pentakill. I was in Texas for that, I think.
27th, 28th, going to be very exciting. Shopify, though, 1.6 thousand gold lead. They did have a similar lead in game 1, but overforced in that one. Really love their setup in this game, though, with the Rumble and Trundle burning down.
I got history.
Melee. They also have the Callista Renata not getting pushed in by the Ezreal Karma. All the little gambits the Contracts has tried to do in this game. Even though the very first one didn't work, he just kept trying. The rest of them have worked and really put Shopify in a good position.
Danny was so fucking good. Danny was fucking good.
They do have, the Aurora ultimate for slow.
All right, we got level advantage bot.
There's hostile takeover. There's
God, I'm just so scared of Loki. Although we are out farming Loki,
especially because there are triple melee over on the C9 side. I think they're going to want to try to disengage the initial engage, utilize the Maokai ultimate, utilize mantra shields here from the Karma, try to absorb that engage.
Wait, what's the support's name? Get a chat for us again. I forget the name of this person. I've seen him before.
As it is Contract starting up the dragon here. Blabber is in the area doing his red buff, but it does not look like they're going to want to contest this.
Oh yeah, Renata Glask.
Definitely
Renata Glask.
Is
she Scottish?
Oh, they're going to look for an engage now, though, onto Loki. Loki in a lot of trouble.
Has to ult out.
Has to use the Fated Seal just to retreat back to his turret. It is a 1-for-1 ultimate trade.
Not to be a hater, but when the commentators say shit like,
to dive here, and they're going to look for an engage now. B-Boy flashes forward, but Blabber is here. B-Boy now could
this
be
is
in some
scary
trouble.
now.
He's going to get blocked up.
That's a really good Ezreal. Oh shit, this is cooked. Get out. 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 Why are we still here?
C9 are crushing this fight. It is a 3-for-0 off the attempted gank from Contracts.
And that's exactly as we see Fudge, and Thanatos is going to actually have to flash out of this top side.
And there goes our lead.
What you were
Back
talking
to
about,
even.
Azale, right? Where they kind of wait for them to go in, and then Blabber's there with the Maokai.
Dude, that
ultimate. They're
Ezreal
able to
ult
absorb
hit
that pressure
everybody.
and
I don't
then
know what
return it
B-Boy's
to
flash
gold.
was here. I really don't know.
Here by C9.
Is this
mean,
Callista?
with
Is that who
the
this
Callista
is?
You know they're going to be looking to get aggressive, and Blabber is here.
It missed,
for
right?
The counter gank. Since the Callista
It looks like it was a
flashed early,
prediction.
There's no true escape from this Maokai ultimate.
Triple
He actually
Maokai
ends up
ult,
getting rooted
fucking
anyway,
awesome
so they
Ezreal
can't
ult.
properly block the Maokai ultimate. The Renata ult ends up missing Sven and Vulcan, so it is pretty ineffective. That is the turn that C9 needed to take control of this game.
Yes, Sven going untouched in that was massive.
Yeah, I don't know. That was tough. Dude, the C9 jerseys are actually kind of ugly.
And that to me looked like Blabber.
Sorry, I'm just
read
being a
that play
hater. They're actually
exactly
nice.
again because they knew he was on the dragon. As soon as the dragon died,
was
he
just saying
finished
some
grubs, and he
bullshit.
just went and stood behind his bot lane. And
That's
Vulcan
my
then
bad,
walks
bro.
up like he's playing almost a little bit stupid. Oh, I'm too far up. They engage in onto him.
That's
he
my
flashes
bad.
it, and the turnaround is perfect. That's a 3 for 0 that absolutely destroys the pressure this bot lane had because not only did they go 0 for 3, B-Boy used both his summoners to do it.
Yeah, use both.
They're going
summoners,
for
and
some
now,
Takeshi
look,
Murakami
the gold
shit, I
lead
think.
Is in C9's
I don't know how
favor.
well it's hitting,
They're
but
actually able to swap their
look,
bot
our jerseys are
to
plain
this
Jane. I
top
can't
side, get
shit
control
talk too
to
much.
Take down those grubs as well. What a massive,
I only root
massive
for Shopify
turnaround
Rebellion
for
because of
C9.
Scarlet
Actually
from
just had to confirm
CS2.
that
How about
Blabber
or
did actually call the play
StarCraft 2?
again,
Nice.
just like last
How about you
game.
root for him because of
He
me?
predicted that the play was going to happen. He called that it was going to happen and is there to respond. So definitely
No?
a great read on the game. And it is going to be Tank Galio, so it is going to be Blabber going for AP. He does have the Lee injuries being worked towards. And
Okay, there's a play.
with the Triforce in a great spot off of that.
Man, that triple
Absolutely, and I
kill was
also just
really
wanna
bad.
call out
Ezreal's now
the MR
fucking
item completion already by
strong.
Thanatos. This is another reason the Galio is so good into the Rumble and Aurora, because it's good into
Can we
both of the
speedrun an
side lane
Abyssal
matchups
Mask?
that he would need to play against. What I sometimes see in these situations is the Callista, rather than setting up on mid, will try and set up on the side lane, but you need to be
Loki
very far ahead to
swaps.
do that. Another reason that triple kill
What
was
are
so
these
devastating
lanes?
for Shopify.
Bot is mid,
And
mid is
as we
top,
see-
top is bot.
Both bot lanes just kind of trying to push out this mid wave. But yeah, that was...
Yone's such a weeb
We
champ.
can't
Yeah.
underscore
He's
how
hot.
important that was for C9 to be able to turn this around, right? Because up until that point, Shopify had done a really, really good job of playing around this Callista Renata lane, and Contracts in particular had done a really good job of recognizing where he could be on the map early.
And it's even more devastating when you consider there's not really a fallback plan for Shopify's comp, right? Like their comp
Nope.
only kind of does one thing. It is engage. You don't want to play a long, slow game when it's going to be Yone in a side lane that is going to be
Blabber
so
ain't getting
difficult
shit
to
here.
actually match after 1 or 2 items. And
I'll
he
tell you
has
what,
the backup
Blabber
of
ain't getting
Thanatos
shit
potentially
here.
there. You know, they have, I think, a pretty heavy scaling advantage, and Blabber just going to use the ultimate here to lock up B-Boy. B-Boy in a lot of trouble. Doesn't
Told you.
quite get finished off there by
Told you.
Sven. But the tower does take some
Nice,
damage
good
as well.
ults.
Now the heal gonna be
Oh,
used,
flasher
and
flash, it's
flashes
alright.
will be traded. As Seos
Seos' flash for Sven's flash will take that.
Flashes will be traded, but look on the bot side, right?
Oh,
like
God.
Loki has quietly been able to push that up, kind of getting Aurora was getting the best of him earlier.
Contracts
on
holding
in
mid.
lane, but now
gonna get
he's
Sony
able to
plates.
get
It's
some
actually
side
crazy.
wave farm. C9 are able to push back up, get more plate damage onto this mid.
It's plate season.
They're really, really taking over the game, and now they're almost up to a 1.5k gold lead.
Yep, good grub pressure will likely group.
Okay, it's
before this
1.3K. Let's not
next
round
Drake
up
as
here,
well.
no?
Cloud9 has had such good control of the Drakes throughout all of these games, and it's going to
What's happening top? What's happening top?
Easier by the fact that they're pushing these side lanes so effectively. And yeah, Thanatos' Galio right now is just too much for these magic damage side laners to deal with.
And Palfox just
Yeah,
came
Hollow
back.
Radiance
He just
Galio's
walked all the way back,
cringe.
you know, bought his Leanders, then loses
That's gonna
all of
cook
his health
Aurora.
there, as Thanatos just surprises him out of that
Was that
side
good
rush.
commentary,
So
chat?
Palafox now in a bit of a tricky spot because when those cooldowns come back up, you could just die in the next combo here to Thanatos.
Yeah, and you'd underlined how crucial it's going to be for C9 to kind of
So annoying.
set Thanatos
Dude, he's dead as
up
proxying the
as
wave while
this
interrupting
huge
our backs.
pain
It's
point
actually
for
so bad for
Shopify in
tempo.
these side
Was that good
lanes
commentary,
because
chat?
he is itemized to go up against either
How
the
bad is game
Rumble
2?
or the
Bad
Aurora.
enough.
And
Bad
it looks like
enough.
he's going towards potentially a Seeker's second here. You know, maybe going to be going for a bit of playmaking. Does have the cloth armor. You know, has that amp tome as well. We'll be interrupted on the recall. Fudge should be able to collect this wave as Shopify trying to get some vision
Drag up
around this dragon.
Drag up
Want to allow Cloud9 just continue.
We got TP on Rumble.
Yeah.
Galio is going for a back. Won't be able to get it in time. Doesn't fucking matter. They absolutely melt us. B-Boy with Renata Glass Gold doesn't get shit. And we lose 3 in exchange for what do we get on the map? Hold on, let me check real quick. Nothing. Okay.
For the C9 mid laner, and we saw how that looked last game.
And C9 has been so decisive around Drake fights. That's the biggest difference I've seen from them. It's also
might be a see you next split angle, chat.
To move through Leandra's
okay, it's a see you next split angle.
They just shot them.
Oh.
He's not dead. Don't say shit like that.
Get a tether range. Palafox looking here, but doesn't even have the damage. Going to pop the ulti. Doesn't connect.
What was the point of that ult?
The twofold hex there onto Vulcan.
Why did people laugh? Why did I just hear the crowd laugh?
Fist bump.
Why did the crowd just laugh?
Nice. I thought Fudge was dead there, to be honest. I thought they would be able to...
Why'd they laugh like a fucking Seinfeld episode?
Poke damage. But again, the decisiveness from C9 that you point out, not just in
Stop
the
watching so the Ludwig
but
curse
also
isn't
what they're
broken.
able to get out of it, right? They seem
Through
to
thick
have
and thin,
a really,
motherfuckers.
really clear idea
Through
of
thick
where
and
they
thin.
want to
Ludwig
set up on
at
the map
ult.
immediately after winning
I'm not
these
even
fights
being
and
sarcastic,
skirmishes.
chat. I think
AD carry itemization, it's starting
need
to
a little
feel
more
a little bit rough. I mean, B-Boy has been flashing
What
so
was that
aggressively, trying to make kills happen.
What was
He
that
flashed
Ezreal?
in
It didn't even hit the
0-3
minions.
bot lane where he was trying to set up that play. He flashed after his Ven, trying to make something happen here, and he still does not yet have that Blade of the Rune King. Likely going back to base to buy it, but still, he is way behind the curve here against this Ezreal, and Kalista needs to be ahead because you need to be able to be in the mix, especially when there's this much CC, this much lockdown across all these melee champions. It is really tough. Like, he needs not only his damage items like the Rage Blade, but he needs to get to the eventual Jack show and things like this to be able to actually survive and not just get 100-0 in the mount by W.
Oh god,
gonna
through
be
thick and
really,
thin.
really
Besides when we were
tough
bad
for
at the
him,
start of the
especially
split. Nah, don't blame me
Sven
for that.
has
Blame
done-
Riot, bro. Their
I
fucking
mean,
season
he
sucks
has had
sometimes.
the Triforce for so long.
Like,
and
you know,
he's been able to do
ask
so much
ask
with
100
it.
Thieves about it, man.
It feels
The
pretty
format of
bad
LTA is
to be in
abysmal.
B-Boy's position right now, and now every single gold lead has ticked over towards
There's like
C9
800
side
games
with
and
the
4 of them matter.
the vast majority of it coming out of that bot lane.
Yeah, I mean, Sven actually has 7,000 gold in this game, which is 1,000 more than anybody else on the entire map. No one else is over 6,000 yet. So Sven really able to take control of this game. And it's interesting because the side lanes are what's been so dominant in the setup, but then Sven
Los
has been able to
Fratones would
actually
cook
push through the
Shopify
mid lane as
Rebellion
well.
with a
So there's
20k
no
gold
lanes
advantage. There's
for
no
Shopify
universe.
to play through. On top of that,
Look, here's the
AP
thing. C9's a good
Maokai
squad.
saplings
Like,
make it even
I know
more
everyone
difficult for
talks
Shopify to
about
retake, but we
NA
know Shopify
being,
needs to
you know,
send it, but it's just
FlyQuest's
so hard
league,
to
and
do
it's
so in this
true.
situation.
But there's
And I
only
love
one
seeing
team
stuff
that
like
has
this
brought
from
FlyQuest to
Blabber,
game
right?
5, and it's
Because you can
C9.
tell he's
Like,
waiting
they
there.
actually
He
have
can
a decent
send the
squad.
ult to
They're the
completely
only
zone
team
them
to do
off
that.
If he needs it, but he doesn't even need
And
to
they
do
didn't
so.
even
And
win,
then
but they could have
meanwhile,
won.
On the bot side of the map, Galio just took down the bot side tier 1. Loki is going to be able to chew through this turret soon. C9 are winning all over the map.
I mean, and just like that, they are now 5,000 gold ahead.
I mean,
Let's talk about this
we've
C9
clearly
playoff
crushed
timeline.
our
Obviously,
expectations this
had
split.
dominated.
It's
If you go
just
back
sad
further,
to
it was
go
even
out
more dominant. They've
3-0.
been making so
You know,
many
it's sad to go out with a
finals, winning so many
whimper
trophies.
if we lose this
It's been a
game.
bit of a dry spell for them. And
That's
they
the only
have, you know,
thing.
shifted
Like, I'm not
to a
even
couple
mad if we
different
go out.
rosters
I'm just mad if we go
to
out with a
now
whimper.
end on this one, where it feels like they're starting to return to
Game's
their
not done. You're
former
right.
form.
They're
We're just down
already doing
5K
better
gold.
than the last few splits. If they win this, guaranteed top 2, hopefully top 1. And Loki is just destroying people.
Yeah, Loki almost kills Fudge there, and that is problematic. Now
Oh, yeah, those
looking
3
for
are
contracts.
dead.
He's going to get tethered up, and in comes the Maokai CC. Loki, though, backing off.
Bait.
Sao's going to get thrown in. True Shot Barrage
Good
connects on
Ezreal
multiple
ult.
members. There's the
Ezreal
hostile takeover.
come back out.
Not looking that hostile. It's kind of looking friendly.
Okay,
honestly,
wait.
Is Sven going to face check Palafox? Does lose half his
Pillar
health for his
missed.
efforts and will have to back off.
Loki's naughty, or Thanatos is not even here. He's
Yeah.
I thought he
Galio
just said Loki's
pushing
naughty.
the top lane, while C9
Loki's
is also
naughty.
pushing them out the bot side.
Yeah. Oh,
Blabber going to be going in with the blast cone. Blabber has to flash
Aggressive.
out to safety.
Okay,
though. Was very
wait.
aggressive now. In comes the Galio TP.
Yeah,
Is he
yeah.
going to go for it? Doesn't have to.
Fuck,
as
dude, this
Loki
Loki
gets the
guy
kill
is
on
good
his
as
own.
shit.
Fudge is behind him, but he's going to get found out here by Thanatos. Equalizer drop behind them, but did they even have to fight through
God,
it? On the other
I
side,
wish I
it's gonna
could
be
have Mumu
Blabber
ult.
and Thanatos winning this fight out
If I'm
against
in this and I
Fudge. We
Mumu
have
ult,
to
I
see
win
the
this.
top side, though, as Sven is on a rampage.
What is-
Sven
what is-
gets a kill
oh, please get
off
the
of
kill.
screen.
No.
Thanatos and Blabber do combine to kill one more. Cloud9 winning on both sides, and the Herald is going to get driven into the inhibitor tower here. Nope, he's going to take a little drift for the mid lane tier 2 instead. They are getting
tier
so
2
much
bot,
value out of this push.
tier 2 mid.
Non-stop kills, non-stop action, everything going C9's way.
7K gold lead by minute 18.
Phenomenal map play from C9.
Chaz game's GG. I won't lie.
Really aggressive skirmishing.
Yeah.
This game is GG. That early this Galio's unkillable from our squad right now.
When he's able to come in or marking.
And then this Yone only kills.
Prior games. The equalizer goes across here and watch.
If they lose, are they out for real?
Okay,
yeah. No, they're out for real. It's not like a pretend thing.
They're able to crash the Herald in, and meanwhile behind them we did see that play out with.
Oh, maybe I'm dead. Oh, please. I'm sorry.
Could have given the kill back. That would have been the most tragic thing. But they are so far ahead in this game now after they're winning
no esports World Cup.
And the back
so here's where I'm going to actually let you guys in on a bit of sort of like lore or like behind the scenes stuff. Most owners won't tell you shit like this. I actually told my team to throw. Yeah, I told my team to throw because the esports World Cup is what you qualify for if you get top 2 in our division. And if you guys don't know, the esports World Cup is basically, you know, esports washing. It's tourism effort by Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So, you know, they have a lot of money. Obviously, the Saudis, very rich.
When you're playing this style of
able to get a lot of esports players, esports teams involved. But, you know, we shouldn't want a piece of that.
Trying to find something here.
You know,
but again, they just have so much map pressure on this side.
It's just a stance that we take. It's just a stance that we take over here.
They were able to get that Drake completely uncontested. And
yeah, no, it is free money. It's free money, absolutely. But, you know, some things are more important than money, morals. So I told him to throw the game.
Aggressively will have to drop the barrier, and they get Thanatos' ult. But in the meantime, they took.
Isn't Tyler 1 going to be there? He's got 2 kids. Give him a break.
Squad. The lead just gets even further ahead now for Cloud9. 36 of those flowers have been picked. Looking with the Maokai ult. Won't find too much. B-Boy does get connected on. Thanatos is going to get behind him, and B-Boy may have to flash now. He doesn't actually react to it. There's a cleanse, there's a flash. It just doesn't even matter. True Shot Barrage plus Loki is enough to get the job done. And now Seos is going to be spotted. Palafox is sent running. Everyone is scattering for the hills, but there's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide. Cloud9.
Such a dumb point. Slavery exists in America. You know, that's a good point, Chet. I do think the Regal Theater League of Legends Finals is pretty much equivalent to the Riyadh side.
I've loved the way he plays this. The rest of the team is following up so well whenever he's able to snag a member of Shopify. What a fun game to watch from Blabber.
Blabber wants to go back to the international stage. The last time they won in LCS, he always talked about how good his Maokai was. So he's returning to that comfort right here. C9 just looks so organized. That's the thing that stands out to me. And they're seeing these plays so well in advance.
This could be a final attempt at a play here.
This is GG right here. This is GG right here.
Very ahead of the play, though. The equalizer does drop down. Contracts is going to fall. You can see Thanatos getting incredibly low. Goes into the stasis, though, as they get a kill onto Palafox. B-Boy has now arrived, but Loki is there with him. Loki is tanking up the tower. Loki is going to have to snap back into that tower eventually here. Fudge on the other side is going to get a kill. The bailout is there. Can he get the shutdown? He does get one. It is a reset, but it's not quite enough. They kill off Loki, though, as he snapped back into the tower. It is Sven and Vulcan very low. Thanatos TPing back in to join the team. Will they look for another aggressive play? Looks like not yet.
Loki lost his mind here. And he also took Blabber with him because Blabber tried to tank the turret at the back end of that fight to prevent him from the snapback. The overall look was okay, and they
Are you co-streaming finals if Shopify Rebellion's not there? Absolutely not. But my heart and condolences to C9, who played a great season and will end second place.
Getting a little too aggressive at this stage in the game.
Yeah, this TP that's about to come in from Loki off the back half, and immediately, like, it looks like a really great setup, right? Because Contracts goes down, even with the equalizer going down, they're able to get Palafox, but then, he goes to B-Boy. He's going to take so many church
Better than ending third. You're not wrong!
Shook.
You're not wrong.
Not a little bit over-aggressive,
Just a bit.
It's fine.
You streaming after this? Nah, I'm going to chill.
I need to
I'm chill with family.
Oh, we're fine. We don't need you.
Okay. Then fine.
Here, son.
Or I'm at both, but I have mentor shield.
We're outdoor.
We're fine. We don't need you. As he teleports into his death.
Sven now fighting here with Contracts, very unafraid. Thanatos coming on the side now. It's going to be Contracts taunted up as B-Boy is locked down. He's got no summoners this time, no way out. You can see that Maokai root connects into the back line, and there's Loki with the follow-up. They get a second. Seos is down, and Fudge is sure to follow. He is overheated, and he is dead. Contracts trying to hide here from Vulcan. Will get spotted now, though, as Contracts going to be able to get rooted up. Does pillar out Thanatos, so it's just Vulcan in 1v1 right now. Going to be chasing him down, though. You just can't get away from the tethers. The CC just doesn't ever end. Sven goes godlike. It's 18
That's
to 6.
GG, boys. That is GG.
Cloud9 are already in the base.
Yeah, I was gonna say, meanwhile, Blabber and Loki are just tearing apart their
Tier 3
base,
mid,
right?
tier 3
They're
top.
Be able to take down this mid inhib turret, mid inhib.
Fuck it, get tier 3
soon
bot.
to follow. C9 just cleaning up everywhere.
They really are.
Oh, all right. You know, it was a good season, though, Chet. We crushed expectations. We went from bottom 3 to top 3. We won big upset games against 100 Thieves, big upset game against Team Liquid. Weren't good enough to take down C9. We got to get a lot better. You know, we improved, but there's a lot more to improve. So, in a way, it's inspiring, you know?
Positioning phase as well.
There's really levels to this shit. Because, like, look how bad C9 is making us look. That's probably how bad FlyQuest will make them look. And then, you know, every team in LPL and LCK is going to make FlyQuest look like they're Shopify Rebellion. So there's really levels to this shit.
Reverse sweep, and it's going to have to start with a Baron Seal, you have to think. Contracts has no flash, though he does have the tied record for most Baron Steals. It's going to be a difficult approach, and this one is going down very quickly. They see Contracts now, and Sven's just going to go over the wall right for him. Loki as well, in on Fudge. Fudge is taunted up, and he's going to be knocked down. Contracts is sure to follow. Sven legendary once more here. It's Blabber still in the pit, and it's Loki on the side here. Going to get some assistance from Thanatos. Palafox on the run, and so is the bot lane on the other side. Thanatos cannot connect with the top lane. Goes Loki, and Loki with the solo bound is looking to take down B-Boy. B-Boy down incredibly low, can't get the reset, and Thanatos will not stop. There's the tether, and here comes the ace.
Yeah, just run it down mid.
All done, but the
GG.
Cloud9 march on the Nexus. They will not be stopped in the lower bracket. They dominate Shopify in games 2 and 3. 15,000 the gold lead. 23-6 is the kill score. Cloud9 are coming for that rematch. FlyQuest better be ready.
Blabber said he wanted to return to international competition. He's one series away
Oh,
from
GG, boys.
for MSI.
You know what?
What
Not a bad
statement
split, all things
victory
considered.
from
Third's not
C9
bad.
In this match, people were saying maybe they look shaky.
We'll call this an
coming out of that kind of
expectation
dominating
setting
game 5 win
split.
from FlyQuest.
We weren't
They'll
good
have a
enough to
chance
win,
to prove
but we have
everyone wrong
created
going
the
up against FlyQuest.
expectation for what we should now hope to exceed in the future. Okay? And let me tell you, the expectations for us coming into the season, we have smashed. Smashed.